Thank you for joining us in your family this week with Precious Caleb. We are glad hosting you, and our desire is that your relationship will work, your marriage will be sweeter, and your home peaceful. We have something sensitive, something so sensitive to discuss today, and I'm sure you have seen it and you're wondering how I'm going to handle it. Yes, the grace of God is here and will definitely help me. I'm going to handle it well. I pray for you that the wisdom of God will also be made available to you as you listen, and the grace of God will help you to do the right thing. All right, first of all, our topic today is the sexuality of a man of God. The sexuality of a man of God. Now, the first thing is that the person we are talking about is first of all a man of God. He is a man that came from God, that is with God, that is working for God, that is called by God, that is committed to things of God. So first of all, the person we are talking about today is a man. That means he's a human being. Yes, he's a human being that has flesh, that has blood, that has fluid flowing in him, that has emotions. Yes, so he's a human being that lives within the neighborhood. He's a human being that has feelings the way we also have feelings, that can interact with people, that can get offended, that can feel like reaching out to people, that sometimes can be hurt and want to, have somebody around to open up to talk. So is a normal human being. The difference is that that person is called by God, or is committed to working for God, or that is sent from God, but in him, he is a human being. If you run tests, if you run medical tests on him, you see results the way you see in other person's own. Whatever you can do to others, whatever you can do with others, you can as well do with this person, because he is first a man. He is a man. Now, I'm going to divide this into two sections. Number one, how we are going to relate to them, especially their wives, and how they should carry themselves, because we don't want to continue hearing scandals or having so many things those things that don't glorify God, those things that bring shame to the body of Christ, that make the body of Christ look like all the men of God there are dirty. So we're going to divide this talk into two sections. The first section is the section of what we are supposed to do towards them when it comes to sexuality, especially what their wives are supposed to do. Then we come to the side of what they, that are men of God, are supposed to do in order to manage their sexuality. Because we have admitted that they are normal human beings. They have feelings. They have feelings. Sometimes the body system will react. Sometimes they wake up in the morning and see a boy. Sometimes the organs will start misbehaving and they will be speaking in tongues on them. Sometimes they see themselves, wondering what's going on in their body. Sometimes they see somebody, they feel like, oh my God. They hold themselves. Sometimes, they stay and their thoughts want to stray and they will bring their thoughts back. So they are human beings living with us, living among us, exposed to what we're exposed to. Like the Bible said that Jesus, although God, was born in form of man, and he was on the same space where human beings then were staying. The Bible said that he is not a high priest that is not touched by what we go through. Why? Because he has seen it all. He has seen it all. Yes, so he has stayed. Some people don't even know that God is emotional, that Jesus throughout his stay was emotional too. Sometimes the Bible record and Jesus wept. That's emotion expressed. The Bible say and Jesus had compassion. So even Jesus has emotions. The only thing is that no matter how emotional he became or how emotions came face to face with him, the Bible said that he did not sin against God. So you can't say, oh, Jesus, I'm human, so whatever. Jesus came and walked on this surface the way you are walking on this surface. Yes, so they called him a servant of God, man of God, son of God, lamb of God, so many things. The Bible said that he felt what we are feeling. He faced what we are facing, even what you are facing. But he did not sin. So we want to say, first of all, there are things we are supposed to do towards these men of God, especially what their wives are supposed to understand about them. Number two, we now want to tell the men of God, I beg. You get things we are not supposed to do. May they know they tell stories too much about us, because those stories no good. If you know that you're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, some are against you, some are looking for what they would think, imagine that you did, and they will amplify it. It's after they have spoiled the whole thing that people will start investigating, only to find out that truly you did not do. But before that, people have heard things, people have said things. Some have decided to dig your foundation, your background, make jest of the church and everything, only for them to, after all the damages, to say, Kai, the man did not do. So we want to tell our ministers, I beg, there are things you may have to be observing, so that all of us will not be feeling this shame. Don't forget, my name is Dr. Precious Caleb. I'm hosting you today in your family this week with Precious Caleb. Is an arm of Family on Focus International that focuses on reaching out to the single, the married, the separated, the divorced, and the widowed, because we want the relationships to work, the marriages to be sweeter, and the homes to be more peaceful. So I welcome you today, and I pray that God will help all of us. If you say amen. All right, first of all, we have admitted that they are human beings, and I want to talk to the pastor's wives. You know, God looked at them. Talking now to the wives of these men of God. If you're married to a man of God, I beg, come closer. Let me whisper to you, because I'm also married to a man of God, and I want to say some things to you. And please, if you can, share this, let others hear it. You see, God looked at Adam after all that God did and saw that all he did was good. He looked at Adam. He looked at the man sent from God. He looked at Adam that God brought and put in the garden and said, this one, he has feelings, so he has emotions, so hey, the way he's looking at this lion, the way he's looking at this antelope, the way he's looking at this frog, see this giraffe, see, never. I must make a help meet for him. I will get a helper suitable for him. And God decided to bring a woman called Eve. Now look at that, your husband. How should I put my mouth? How should I twist my mouth to tell you that no matter how your husband is doing as if him be Superman, God has looked at him and noticed that without you, he will not be able to function well. That if God looked and said, if I don't send this woman for him to marry, to be a wife to him, hey, the way this man is looking at that choir mistress, the way this man is looking at that security person, the way this man is even looking at these children around, there will be a problem. So let me quickly organize somebody. God made Adam to sleep, and from his side he produced a wife. You don't know what God saw in your husband. You don't know what God envisaged. You don't know what God saw, knew, perceived, was sure of that will happen if he failed to send a helper suitable for him. So God quickly made sure that your paths will cross. It could be on the road, it could be in an office, it could be in a place of work, it could be in a place of worship, maybe on the road, or maybe at a fuel station. Somehow, two of you jammed. The man was sleeping. The man was sleeping. You know, sometimes you look at yourself or you look at your husband and say, how did we even, how? I don't know. But the truth is that man slept. And from his side, God brought you out. It's as simple as that. That man slept. The time he wasn't sure what was going on in his mind, His family members say, never. We don't marry from this tribe. We don't marry short people. We don't marry tall ladies. We cannot. Never. This one is too slim. That baby cannot form. There is no space for baby to form. Don't say this one is too fat. That if baby wants to form, the fat there will suffocate the baby. This one is speaking too much English. This one is an illiterate. This one is in work. You don't know. The man will insist. That man not sleeping, they sleep. When a man is sleeping, he know the reason well. Have you noticed that the time you slept last night, things that happened around you didn't know? It was the time you woke up that you noticed that, oh, you needed to go and ease yourself. Oh, there was something. So that was the condition of your husband. People talked and talked, you did not hear. Even you did plenty shakaran saying, nah, I can't imagine you are too small for me. The man quickly that it must be you. Or even you saw him, you started running after him. I like him more. And some even said, hey, man, would you mind? Now sleep, that man they sleep. No man married with his eyes fully open. No man, especially the man that was in the will of God. So just know that whatever that happened and you got married to your husband, now only God sabi. Whatever that happened though, that made your husband to say no to your best friend was between Adam. I don't want to imagine if God did not act fast and God decided and man decided or found himself mingling with chickens. I just can't imagine, or even with dog. God looked at your husband and said, this man cannot do this work alone. No. If not, just let me, and saw that there was need. So however you see it, I am beginning to think that if not for the need that man had, that the need God discovered, because if we admit this, it will be a lot easier for all of us. That the emergence of a woman was as a result of the need the man had on ground. That God looked and said, I need to do something quickly. Could it then be that if not for man, there wouldn't have been woman? Somebody said the difference between man and woman is the womb, because this one is the man that has a womb man, because it was at the arrival of the woman that the issue of being fruitful and multiplying came up. That is for another day. So have it at the back of your mind that you as a woman, you as a pastor's wife, as a minister's wife, you were brought because there was a need on ground concerning your husband and the assignment God has given him. And God knew how stubborn, how he could have queried everything. God quickly made him to sleep. And it was when your husband was sleeping that God brought you to him. All your inyanga, all the quarrels, all the disagreement, all the tests and all the stuff, eventually, two of you. And when he looked at you, he said, child, this is the bone of my bone. This is the flesh of my flesh. Have it at the back of your mind. If you understand that, then this is a good foundation for us. You will now discover that your husband needs you badly. Your husband needs you badly to be able to carry out the assignment God has given him. It's not about you. It's about your husband. Someone will say, I said God saw the need and said, let him bring you to help that man. That means your husband is helpless without you. Forget about modern day theology. The problem is that some of us, pastors' wives, we have not understood that our husbands need us badly. They may not know. Because even Adam didn't even know that there was a need. He was just there roaming. And God looked and said, God, the omniscient God, all-knowing God looked and said, this guy I don't know saying get need though. I don't see him. Might arrange for something. That is why even Adam will come and feel like, now the woman where you give me, he didn't see it as a need. That is why sometimes when our husbands look at us and we talk to them, they feel like sometimes they don't see that we came to help them. Have it at the back of your mind so that you understand what God has brought you to do. Embrace it and go with it. My name is Dr. Precious Caleb, and I'm happy hosting you today. Today we are looking at the sexuality of a man of God. We have started by explaining the man of God, the features, then how the need for the wives to come. Do you think? Now let me tell you that God put sexuality in the man. And God looked and said, hey, the way I constructed this man, if I know do something quick. Imagine man going to fish or going to trees or going to birds of the air or ha. Let me tell you why. Is that immediately Eve appeared. Something reacted in man. Man did not learn sex from anywhere. Man did not read any book on sex. He said, this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. She shall be called. Man reacted emotionally. He looked at man. Man was so beautiful. I was like, child. He didn't even say, this is the helper God brought to me. He first looked at the beauty of woman. Jesus was saying, hey, Jesus, this one is fine. Oh. And to tell you that God put sexuality in that man. The next side we saw is that an Adam knew his wife and she became pregnant. How did he know the wife? And Adam and Eve were both naked. Who taught them about being naked? And the Bible recorded it. So you see that the sexuality inside that man of God is inbuilt. They call it CARICOM. So you don't tell me that because he's a man of God, there is nothing in him. He's a liar. That is why, men of God, I come back to you. Don't do superhuman, and you're hanging around with sisters. We sisters, we are carrying something that will always make a man to say, hey, behold. And if you don't take your time, Adam and Eve, the wrong Adam and the wrong Eve will be naked. And this time around, they will feel ashamed because it's not theirs. So if you know that you cannot respect the sexuality God put in you, and please go into a deep sleep. Let God get a wife for you. He no do, but in the help. When you get married as a man of God, I will come to some point. If there were supposed to be 20 women after you, at least if you no reach 10, we drop. If you reach 8, we drop. Because someone will look say, be like saying, I just they go. Someone will say, even this wife, the way in face they self. Why if he pour somebody acid though? Come on. The ones way now do a dish to hang around, they will still be hanging around, and you will now sit up and mortify your flesh, set boundaries, and give respect to the Eve God has given you. We are going to touch those things. So the sexuality of a man of God is inborn, in carrying. God put them inside him. Have you discovered that even your child that you used to bathe, that your small son you used to bathe, he has reached 6 years. Sometimes when you want to watch the PP, you go cover it, just cover it, say, mommy, Did you teach him anything about that place? It's inside. For that boy to know that he is not a girl, his sexuality has started showing up. So every man you see there, even the ones that look like they don't have energy, even the ones that look like they want to buy nana, even the ones that you look like, all of them, they carry them inside. So he just see that be saying, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I am strong, I'm strong. One Eve is enough. One Eve is enough to make one mighty man of God to be chased out of the Garden of Eden. Just one Eve. Just one Eve. So when you're doing, may that Eve not come after you. And come after you when you are not guarded. So men of God, know it that if you don't hold yourself, if you don't guard yourself, you suddenly see a beautiful creature in church. Beautiful lady in church. The one coming for counseling. The ones you meet when you go for occasions. You see, Eves are everywhere. Plenty of them. Even the one, plenty. So at all costs, be careful where we are. We, my gender, we get power. Don't let anybody deceive you. Whether we look it or we don't look it. You see, those of my gender, be putting us in prayer. May we not remember you. So you will be doing Shabarandara Baba, Bakwanketi. What if we remember you? We come and follow you and speak in tongues. And in that speaking in tongues, you're speaking another tongue. That is why you need to guard your heart, guard your movement, guard your thoughts and everything. If not, there is an Eve by the side. And that Eve is holding a particular fruit. If you're not careful, you collect and chop. The next will be you being driven out of the garden. So, pastors' wives, you have understood this. And I want you to know that your husband is fully a human being. Fully a human being. Not minding his title, not minding his status, not minding his qualifications, not even his age. Not even minding his age. Not minding his academic exposure, qualifications, or whatever. Know that that man of God you're married to, that man of God in your ministry in the neighborhood is by default a normal human being that has sexuality, that has sexual feelings. Yes, that sometimes can feel like hugging somebody, that can feel like doing anything. But because of the God factor in that man of God, he fights not to fall because it's a fight of faith. He's carrying so much on his shoulders and he can't afford to fail God, fail himself, fail the people looking up to him, fail his family order. So that is why that man of God every time is fighting. So when you see a man of God that has fallen, easy, take it easy because he's a aid by divinity. And divinity now came and joined itself to humanity. That is why we have a man of God. Yes, keep sharing it. Keep sharing it. There are so many marriages that will be healed today. There are so many men of God that will be preserved by this. So go ahead and share it. They are so sharing it. All right, so I said number 2 is that this man of God is always with people. Even if he prays, he goes to fast for 30 days. Eventually, after the fast, the secluded fast, he will come out and meet people. That man of God is always surrounded by people. On the road, in the house. He has people living in his house. He has relatives. He has those that stay around him that are not related to him by blood. He has members of the church. He has those in his place of work or those he meets on the road. When he goes for shopping, he goes to the market, he goes for school runs. He has people he meets in everywhere. Even if he goes to stream, he meets people. So that man of God is mingling among people that are normal human beings too. Those that have their own sexuality in them. That can look at him and say, wow. Oh yes. Oh yes. So that man of God is surrounded by people all the time. Over 85% of the time the man of God spends here, he has people around him. Sometimes even when he's praying, he has some thoughts of people that come to his mind. There are some that will send him messages, some will send text messages, some will call, some will send chats, some will send pictures to say, oh, I just say my greetings, say happy. There are some people, he counsels people. Sometimes he needs to open up and to talk to some people. So that, can you get it? That man of God is always surrounded by people. And these people are people of different levels, spheres, exposures in life. He meets the beautiful, he meets the ugly, he meets the fine ones, he meets those that have good body build, he meets those that are intelligent, he meets those that facially they are not fine, but they have this courage, they have this personality that you can't but want to be around. There are so many of them. People are always around it. Those that have money, that want to support his work, they're around him. Those are always sending gifts to encourage him. Under normal, just like that, they're there. He meets people. People meet him too. Some send prayer topics, and some of those prayer topics are sensitive. Somebody will send prayer to my daddy in the Lord. Please pray for me. I have a cut in my private part, and I'm bleeding there. It just when I was scratching, I had a boil, and God has healed me. So that day it was scratching me. I wanted to scratch. Before I knew it, I cut my somewhere, and he's bleeding. Please pray for me. I don't even know who to. And you, a man of God, is imagining the private part of a woman that confided in him to pray for her because she didn't know how to go to hospital and open her legs for a male doctor to see. So he decided to come to a man of God for prayer. I say these men of God, they meet different kinds of people. They meet them. They meet the ones that are normal. They meet the ones that are abnormal. And the ones that are supernormal. These men of God, they meet them. They meet different types of them. They meet the stubborn ones. And some attraction, their point of attraction is their stubbornness. Some meet the ones that are docile. You ask them to sit on the ground, you know, concern them, they will sit. You meet the ones that whatever you give them to do, they do it perfectly well. They meet the ones that you give them, those you give something, they will make mistakes and they will need to go and correct them. And in the course of correcting them, teaching them, they are getting close. They meet human beings on daily basis. They counsel them, they pray for them, they interact with them. Did you get that? And you, man of God, can't you see that you're exposed? You are exposed. So you can easily react or respond to your own sexuality. Because you're meeting people that are carrying their own sexuality in their bowels, moving up and down. Some are looking for where to pour out. Some are looking for where to top up. And they go and say, no, don't worry. I know what I'm doing. I'm macho. That man of God. So, number 2 point here is that man of God is always with people. Even when he's doing his morning devotion or when he's doing his quiet time, he's alone. Yes, the book he's reading was written by a human being. The commentary there by a human being. And in the course of reading, he might read a story in the devotion about somebody. So you see, that man of God is surrounded by people all the time. And the more you have people around you, the more your sexuality will want to react or respond. Pastors' wives, are you hearing me? That man of God, are you hearing me? Members of the church, are you hearing me? People in the neighborhood, those in the community, are you hearing me? So that you will not be bent on finding out what he has done wrong, Let's bring him down, let's wound him, Have this understanding so that you understand why the Bible says we should pray for them. It is not an easy thing to be between man and God. And they call you man of God. Is it clear now? Number 3 points I'll give you. Before I have 10 points for you. But I may treat just 5 today so that next Sunday we treat the remaining 5. I hope you are getting blessed today. My name is Dr. Precious Caleb, and I'm hosting you today by the grace of God in handling this sensitive topic, because we believe that your relationship can work, your marriage can be sweeter, and your homes can be peaceful. That is why on weekly basis we come up with sensitive topics that will help us, help the singles, help the married, the separated, the divorced, and the widows, because that is what we are here for. So today we are looking at the third point in understanding the sexuality of a man of God. The third point is this: no matter that man of God is, he's somebody's desire, he's somebody's crush, he's somebody's prayer point. Ha! I say that man of God though. You say, how is it? He's not even educated. He cannot even speak English. Oh, that is somebody that is crushing on a man of God that cannot speak English, that is not educated. You say, oh, he's an old man. I say there is somebody that does not want to do anything with a younger person. That person's interest, crush, is on the older people. Maybe to her, that is where she finds peace. Those people have more experience. That's where they will find comfort. They don't want all these small boys wahala. So you say that man of God is old. Somebody is ready to do anything to be with that old man of God. Ichikwante, are you holding your ears? The Bible says that wisdom is profitable to direct. You say he's too short. Some are ready to carry that man of God and put on their shoulders and be doing them. Baby, sleep, baby, sleep. Your crush might not be my crush. Your spark, your attraction might not be mine. We have individual differences and we have things of interest to us. He said, that man, he doesn't even have straight legs. In the walk, bashiri. There is somebody that likes you more, that want to marry or to be with somebody that walks bashiri, so that in bashiri she will laugh. I say that thing you don't like is what somebody is praying for. Did you hear me? So sister, my fellow pastor's wife, you see that your husband that is not educated, that is not intelligent, that does not know how to dress, that is too short or too tall, too fat or too tiny, that when he passes, people will even know that somebody has passed. When he's preaching, he will need to climb on top of his microphone so that he can be seen. Are you getting? You see that man? Hey, somebody is saying, dear Lord, how I wish. You see, who is this self? See, he has the hair is not, he doesn't know how to barb. Oh, somebody wants him to be around so that she'll be barbing him. So you see now that is a problem. The sexuality of a man of God is under threat, is under a siege. That if the men of God are not helped, it's not going to be so funny. So there, Mama G.O., that your husband do. He get emotions, he get feelings. So. And he get people who no meet up. They no meet up. You no meet up. But if you see where they carry your husband picture, they go. If you see where if you see junction where they stay, they make sacrifice. If you see where they call your husband name for mirror. If you see where they discuss the strategy for your husband. Some don't want to take it from you. Some just want to collect and go, like touch and go. And the man of God will just be smiling happily. God has looked at him, saw how it will be, and quickly said, no. A boy, sleep. Adam slept. God quickly went and brought you. God brought you. Because, number one, that man of God is a man. That man stays among different creatures, both good and bad. That man of God, no matter how he is, there are some that want him like that. God say, see danger. God quickly arranged for you to come and help him. And you're here talking about how you dress, how you look, who has done it. Hey, don't fail God, though. Don't fail God. If you do, God will look at you and say, my daughter, you should have known better. That was what God told Eve, and said, Eve, what have you done? The interpretation is, Eve, you should have known better. I know the reason why I brought you, and you should have understood how passionately I needed you in the life of this man. And look now, because of you, my word cannot be broken. I'm sending you out of this place. Eve, you should have known better. I don't want God to look at me tomorrow and say, Precious, what have you done? And I don't want God to look at you and say, young woman, ma, what have you done? I don't want God to look at me and feel disappointed and say, but Precious, you should have known better. You should have known the pains it took to bring you to this. I don't want God to look and say, Precious, have you forgotten? Have you forgotten the time you were saying, no, I will not marry him, and he insisted. Now sleep in the sleep. I remember the time he said, and never, I cannot. Your people. He said, never. If not you, nobody. Now sleep, I make that man they sleep. You should have known. Don't waste him. Don't allow his enemies to take him. Because I have given him an assignment I could not give even angels. The assignment God gave your husband is so important that God didn't send angels to do that. And God has seen that how enormous that assignment is. And say, hey, I'm seeing distractions. I'm seeing confusion. There is danger. There could be mistakes. Oh, no. Adam, sleep. Adam slept. And God brought you out. And after God brought the other, only for you to now come and leave your husband in the midst of all the animals. And when you were busy, trusting that the macho man, nothing they happen. When you were gisting with an enemy that came in form of a friend. And look at it. Both you and your husband out of the garden. Because if he fails, your hand is there and your name is there too. That's number 3. Number 4, I'd like you to understand that this thing God gave you to do, that sexuality, that performance, do it as service unto God. Some of these ministers, some of these men of God, they are not as experienced as your ex. Some of them may not be so exposed. Maybe the first time they had sex was the time they got married with you. So all those acrobatics and all they don't sabi. And maybe when it comes, you remember Peter, you remember Amechi, you remember Inyobon, you remember the Freka, you remember, it be like saying, don't worry. Just say, now God send me. And what I get, now they give. Say, I am doing this as service unto God. If it means to close your eyes, close. If it means to be speaking in tongues, be speaking. However I do, just say, God, if he knows I be do, if he know what they do, maybe with onions and everything inside him, every and they say, to wash this one, you wash them today. I say, do it as service unto God. Not unto him. We talk about that one. Say, God, as he did, so God, say my body, they pay me for this kind of thing. But I dey do am as service unto you. God, you know, say, and you see, this God, you serve him, the way God go reward you, even you self go begin to suspect yourself, like say you go bribe God. I say, do it as service unto God. When the Bible talks about preach this gospel both in season and out of season, and as well mean do this one both in season and out of season. It dey pain you, it dey vex you, but just try, sister. Just try, just try. And man of God, let me tell you, sometimes so your wife is coming to you, your wife is showing up, your wife is participating, not because you know what you're doing, sorry, not because you are because you're the macho, not because of your six packs, not because of your just take it, put it inside your pocket, and when you get to the house, put it inside the freezer, let it cool very well. Say, Mama Precious say, sometimes as our wife they do, not be say we sabi do, our wife just they do am and service unto God. If you have that understanding, you will appreciate every effort, every input of your wife in that direction. Eh? Is it you that will finish preaching from one crusade to another? In now come as they do them shabra. He say top wapa. He move. Say, oh, they've come again. One will wake up and say, God, I service unto you. The man will cooperate. And as they finish, now they turn, they speak in tongues, they go. You don't even know whether she knows say you register or not. Know that sometimes your wife is doing what she's doing in that direction as a service unto God. My fellow women, Mona just try. And for you to know, you see those outside where they hover around the men of God, they can't be doing whatever they want to do as service unto God. So if what you're doing sexually towards that man of God is not service unto God, get ready. If it's not service unto God, it is service unto Satan. I know anybody you serve will pay you. God go pay the person who serve him well. And the person who serve Satan go pay him. But you know, say God's coin and Satan's coin are not the same. God go pay you with better coin. Because every good and perfect gift now from God in they come. But Satan go pay you from his own wicked coin. There are so many ways Satan can pay for any service you render unto him by having sex with a man of God. But the wife that will do it as a service unto God, God will pay her. I know that pay they make big sense. I'll stop there now. Let me take number 5. You know, I told you I will give you 5 today so that we'll end it. I'll continue next time. I want the wives to know, the wives of this men of God to know, or even the men of God to also acknowledge that most times, because of the pastoral or ministerial involvement or demand, these people don't even know how to do what they should do. How should I put my mouth to say it? Some men of God, when it comes to that side, when the Bible says that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, their own is that their flesh is willing, but the spirit is weak. The spirit does not cooperate with what their body is telling them. Their body will want them to do. The spirit is roaming, looking for souls to save. That millions of souls are going to hell every moment. So you do what you're supposed to do in the physical. You're being in the spirit. And Mama G, oh God, they say God. So like this, I go end them so. This is where people they talk, people they fall into temptation. Now this one follow for that temptation. We go tell me. So if I say now, if I go tell people say now, this is why they see. Now this one will follow 10 people. Because of ministerial demands. Let me make it open to you. Some men of God no sabi waiting to do. You know sabi. As they did there, then they remember say they never write down the prayer point for this service this evening. Remember they never bring the picture of the guest speaker for the next crusade. I say they did there. Their mind no they there. It will sometimes break and quench. You go wait, I tell them say now here we say okay. Oh, I wanted to call the guest. So where we stop? Oh, the pastors will be like, dear Lord, is this your reward? You said that you diligently reward those that seek you. I sought you. Now your reward is this. So I also want to tell those that are hanging around these men of God. The real men of God are so focused with the work of God that sometimes they feel that their sexuality is a distraction. But sometimes, when they steal water, the Bible says that stolen water is sweet. If it's stolen, it will be like say then too they do. Nobody say then they do. Now fear, both fear, the adventure, hey, who knows? Now it may be like say. May God give you understanding. So far today in your family, this precious Caleb, we have tried to scratch a little on the sexuality of a man of God, and we have touched 5 main points. We first of all told people that these men of God are normal human beings, but they are working for God, called of God, and God is using them. So God is passionate about them because there is something heavy God has put in their hands. And we said that the wives, that those that are married to them, should know that they are fully human beings. And we say those men of God, Mona no think say una be spirits. You are normal human beings. Just that you're called, anointed of God, called out for something specific. So, but just know that you are mixing with people. Number 2, we say that these men of God, they spend their time around at least 85% of human beings. 85% of their time is spent where people are. And these people are of different exposures, different classes, different status, different levels, different both the good, the bad, the wonderful, the terrible, they're all around them. And these men of God, they meet people everywhere. In the stream, on the road, in the market, at the shopping mall, while counseling inside the church, in their place of work. They meet people all the time. And each person they meet has sexuality built inside. And we say that sexuality is carry come. There's no the buy and for market, because it was there inside Adam and Eve that the Bible said that, and they were both naked. And Adam knew his wife, who taught them that, by the way. So everybody is carrying, and if you close your eyes, bam, the person go come out on show you like this. So know it, that man of God, that sister that is doing like say you cannot match, and don't worry, she's carrying her own sexuality. And if you don't take time, that sister will send you out of the Garden of Eden. So we say, pastor's wife, Mona, try and understand. Understand though. Not take any sister for granted. Not take anybody for granted. As they cover their hair like me now, they can't look holy like this. You just relax. Say, that one carry on. And deep, they call on to deep. It's just that man of God, just the whole body for so many reasons. The third thing I said, that no matter how that man of God is, there is somebody that is admiring him. His mouth, they smell. Somebody who they produce toothpaste, they interested. You know, Sabi speak English. What are we talking about? Some nine they like into ugly. That's somebody's peace of mind. You know, Sabi Waka. Somebody will make him a class. Into, however it is, somebody is interested. Number 4, I say that when you as a pastor's wife, you're doing that duty, your sexual duty, Do it as service unto God. And that man of God, know that sometimes your wives do this as service unto God. And anybody out there that wants to do this, it won't be as service unto God. And if it is not service unto God, it is automatically service unto Satan. And both God and Satan, they have a way of paying those that serve them. God pays well, Satan pays badly. So, decide. The last is that sometimes the demand of ministry does not allow ministers of God, men of God, to do what they are supposed to do very well. Not all the time, but majority of them, they are trying to balance ministerial demand expectations with this thing they need to express. And at that, sister is saying, dear Lord, is this all about it? Don't worry, we'll continue next Sunday. So far, we have been a blessing to you. And we are trusting God that your relationship now is going to work. Your marriage will become sweeter. And your home will be more peaceful. The Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord cause His light to shine upon you and give you peace. In the name of Jesus. God bless you. Dr. Precious Caleb is my name. And I'm happy I hosted you well. Till when next I come here, we don't forget it. Family on Focus International. We are reaching out to the singles, married, separated, divorced, and the widow, because we want theirs to be heaven on earth, and yours will make sense too. See ya. I love you.